Mi nombre es Daniel Núñez.
Je m'appelle Suki et je suis en 10e année.
你好，我叫吴菲亚，我今年8年级。
Yo fui un estudiante en DCI.
Bienvenue à DCI.
DCI exists because of incredible hard work of the founding team.
10 years ago, there were 5 language immersion charter schools that did elementary school, but there was no place for those students to go. In those early years, it was a real challenge to get DCI off the ground, challenging to find a space to put DCI.
At the beginning, DCI was just an incredibly scrappy startup and couldn't get space.
The entire community rallied behind this idea to deliver Delano Hall.
And we wrote out and lobbied for policymakers or people in the government to give us this building that we are in now.
Then I was getting calls from the Pentagon. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is actually gonna work.
We got the response afterwards saying, you've got it.
The absolute best thing that ever happened in all of DCI's history, I think, for me, was all 800 students could see it. It was very cool.
We weren't really sure about our future, and suddenly it was there. Pretty magical.
From there, we've grown and had to advocate for ourselves along the way, and now we have 1,600 students, and we're bursting. 4 pillars of DCI are really important. The first one is IB for All, the International Baccalaureate program for all of our students, to make sure they have access to that rigorous and holistic education.
IB is designed to actually prepare us for the world and to be global citizens. IB is rigorous, but it's rigorous in the means that all students should be able to access rigor.
IB, to someone who hasn't been immersed in it from like the very start, it will look challenging, or you'd be a little worried. I was at first, but then I realized that I can do it.
We are the nation's capital. This is DC, and it's so important that we have a multilingual international school here.
At DCI, we give students college-level language learning. We are so happy to offer the 3 language tracks at DCI, which is Chinese, French, and Spanish.
We really see it as supportive of a broader holistic education where students are able to understand different viewpoints and different perspectives because they get immersed in the culture as well as the language.
One of the things we offer here at DCI is the Seal of Biliteracy. Students that receive the Seal of Biliteracy can get a global seal where it's recognized worldwide that they're proficient in at least 2 or more languages.
There's what happens in classes, but then there's also this piece of student agency where students have to do something on their own.
The very building that we're in is because students advocated.
Welcome back to another episode. I'm Marley. And I'm Winnie. And you're watching Dragon TV.
Dragon TV is our student-led news program. It's kind of like a family, really kind of an empowering experience.
Students get a holistic education, but it's also what they get to explore beyond that are distinct from some of their academic experience.
There are several things you can do after school. You can go to tutoring, you can go to clubs, you can join a sport.
I love HOSA so much because it's just another community within a bigger community. HOSA is a student-run organization for students interested in the healthcare field. And I've actually talked to a lot of nursing students and they were like, oh, I didn't even know how to do any of that coming into med school or nursing school.
Just like folks have given to you and poured into you, you have to now pour that back into the community, and we're actually seeing them do those things.
My community project was helping children at a community center called Casa Lala.
My community project for the 8th grade was to help kids with cancer in the Children's Hospital.
At the 10-year mark, it's an interesting moment because we're just having our first set of college graduates.
And one of the things that I still stand by today is that IB was so much harder than college itself, but in a good way that made me feel like, okay, if I could go through IB, I can go through college.
And we're really excited about how much progress we've made. And a testament to that is that we were just named one of the top 5 public high schools by US News and World Report.
The one thing that I'm going to look back at is going to be just the community and the love that I feel here.
If I could describe DCI in one word, I'd say DCI is caring.
DCI does have a lot of good teachers that actually care about you and want to help you.
The fact that someone else had seen that potential in us really motivated me to continue on and reach my fullest potential as a student at DCI. But not only that, even afterwards, being a college grad now, that just means so much to me. And I'm glad I'm right here at the finish line because of them.